Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. 13 Surah ArRad. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Alif Lam Mim Ra. These letters are one of the miracles of the Quran, and none of but Allah alone knows their meanings. These are the verses of the book, the Quran, and that which has been revealed to you, Muhammad, from your Lord is the truth, but most men believe not. Allah is He who raised the heavens without any pillar, and you can see. Then He rose above the throne. He was subjected the sun and the moon, each running for a term appointed. He manages and regulates all affairs. He explained the ayah in detail that you may believe with certainly in the meeting with your Lord. And it is He who spread out the earth and placed therein firm mountains and rivers, and of every kind of fruits He made Zojain, kind of, or it may mean man, or two varieties, black and white, sweet and sour, small and big. He brings the night as a cover over the day. Verily in these things these are ayah. And is the earth are neighboring tracts and gardens of wine and green crops and date palms growing into two or three form a single stem root, and otherwise the same water, yet some of them we make more excellent than other to eat. Verily in these things there are ayah for the people who understand. And if you, O Muhammad, wander and has taken besides Allah other for worship, who can neither harm nor benefit, then wondrous is their saying, when we are dust, shall we indeed then be raised in a new creation? They are those who disbelieved in their Lord. There are those who will have iron chain trying their hand to their necks. They will be the dwellers of the fire to abide therein forever. They ask you to hasten the evil before the good, while expiatory punishments have indeed occurred before them. But verily your Lord is full of forgiveness for mankind in spite of their wrongdoings, and verily your Lord is also severe in punishment. And the disbelievers say, why is not a sign sent down to him from his Lord? You are only a warner, and to every people there is a guide. Allah knows what every female bear, and by how much the mob fall short or exceed everything him with him is due proportion. All know of the unseen and the seen, the most great, the most high. It is the same to him whether any of you conceal his speech or declares it openly, whether he be hid by night or goes forth freely by day. For him there are angels is in succession before and behind him, and they guard him by the command of Allah. Verily Allah will not change the good condition of the people as long as they do not change their state themselves. But Allah will a people's punishment, there can be no turning back of it, and they will find besides him no protector. It is He who show you the lightning as a fear and as a hope, and it is He who bring up the clouds heavy, and wrath glorified and praises him, and so do the angels because of his awe. He sent the thunderbolt, and therewith he strikes whom he will, yet they dispute about Allah, and he is mighty in strength and severe in punishment. For him Allah alone is the word of truth, and those whom they invoke beside him answer them no more than one who stretches forth his hand for water to reach his mouth, and but it reaches him not, and the invocation of the disbelievers is nothing but an error. And to Allah falls in pros, uh, prostration, whose over is the heavens and the earth, willingly or unwillingly, and so do their shadows in the morning and in the afternoon. Say, O Muhammad, who is the Lord of the heavens and the earth? Say, it is Allah. Say, have you then taken awliya other than him, such as he no power either for benefit or for harm to themselves? Say, is the blind equal to one who sees, or darkness equal to light, or do they assign to Allah partner who created the like to his creation, so that the creation seems alike to them? Say, Allah is the creator of all things, and he is the one, the irresistible. He sent down water from the sky, and the valley flow according to their measure, but the flood bears away the from the mountain up to the surface, and from that ore which they heat is the fire, in order to make ornament or utensils raise a form like it. Thus does Allah show forth the truth and falsehood. Then, as for the form, it passes away as scum upon the banks, while that which is for the good of mankind remain in the earth. Thus Allah sets forth parables for those who answered their Lord call. But those who answered not his call, if they had all that is in the each together with its like, they would offer it in order to save themselves. For them there will be the terrible reckoning, their dwelling place will be hell. And worse indeed is that place for rest. Shall he then, who knows that what has been revealed to you, O Muhammad, from your Lord is the truth, be like him who is blind, but it is only the men of understanding they pay heed. Those who fulfill the commandment of Allah and break not the misak, and those who join that will Allah has commanded to be joined, and fear their Lord and dread the terrible reckoning, all kind of sins and evil deeds which Allah has forbidden, and perform all kind of good deeds which Allah has ordained. And those who remain patient, seeking their Lord's contentnesses, perform as salah, and spend out of that which we have bestowed on them secretly and openly, repel evil with good, for such these is a good end. Then but paradise which they shall enter, and those who acted righteously for among their fathers and their wives and their offspring, and angels shall enter to them from their gate, every gate. Salamun alaikum. For your preserved in patience, excellent indeed is the final home. And those who break the commandment of Allah after its ratifications, and serve that which Allah has commanded to be joined, and work mischiefs in the land, on them is the curse, and for them is the unhappy home in hell. Allah increase the provision for whom He will, and strengthens, and they rejoice in the life of the world, whereas the life of this world, as compared with the hereafter, is but a grief passing enjoyment. And those who believed say, why is not a sign sent down him Muhammad from this his Lord? Say, Verily Allah sent astray whom He will and guides to Himself those who turn to Him in repentance, those who believed and whom heart find rest of the remembrance of Allah. Verily is the remembrance of Allah's do heart find rest. Those who believed in the oneness of Allah, Islamic monotheism and work righteous Tawbah is for them and a beautiful place of final return. Thus have we sent you, O Muhammad, to community before which other communities have passed away, in order that you might recite to them what we have revealed to you. While the disbelieve in the most gracious Allah say, He is my Lord, La ilaha illahu. In Him is my trust, and to Him will be made return with repentance. And if there had been a Quran with which a mountain could be moved, or the earth could be clone asunder, or the dead cloud be made to speak, but the decision of all things is certainly with Allah. Have not then those who believed you yet known that had Allah willed, He could have guided all mankind, and a disaster will not case to the strike those who disbelieved because of their evil deed, or it certainly Allah breaks not His promise, and indeed many messengers are mocked at before you, O Muhammad, but I granted respite to those who disbelieved, and finally I punished them. Then how terrible was my punishment! Is then He who takes charge of every person and knows all that he has earned, yet they ascribe partners to Allah. Say, name them. Is that you will inform him of something he knows not in the earth, or is it just a show or of false word? Nay, to those who disbelieved, their plotting is made fair seeming, and they have been hindered from the right path, and whom Allah sent astray for him. There is no guide. For them is atonement in the life of this world, and certainly harder is the atonement of the hereafter, and they have no walk against Allah. The description of the paradise which the muttaqin underneath its river flow, its provision is eternal, and so it is shade. This is the end of al muttaqin, and the end of the disbelievers is fire. Those to whom we have given the book rejoice to what has been revealed to you, the Quran, but there are among the confident traits those who reject a part thereof. Say, O Muhammad, I am commanded only to worship Allah alone and not to join partners with Him. To Him alone I call, and Him is my return. And thus have we sent in Quran down to be judgment of authority in Arabic. Were you, O Muhammad, to follow their vain desires after knowledge which has come to you, and then will not have any wali or walk against Allah? And indeed we sent messenger before you, O Muhammad, and made for them wives and offspring, and it was not for a messenger to bring a sign except by Allah's leave. For every matter there is a decree from Allah. Allah blot out what He will and confirm, and what with Him is the mother of the book. Mother of the book, whether we show you, O Muhammad, part of what we have promised them, or cause you to die, your duty is only to convey the message, and know us is the knocking. See they note that we regardingly reduce the land of the disbelievers by giving it to the believers in war victorious from the outlying border, and Allah judge. There is none to put back his judgment, and he is swift at knocking. And verily those before them did devise plot, but Allah plotting in Allah's. He knows what every person earn, and the disbelievers will know who gets the good end. And those who disbelieved say, "You, O Muhammad, are not the messenger. Say, sufficient as a witness between me and you is Allah." And those too, we have knowledge of the scriptures, such as Abdullah bin Salam and other Jews and Christians who embraced Islam.